Hello, dear friends, and welcome again to this channel of yours and ours, Rang-e-Lucknow. Uh, Today, nowadays, I'm doing a series on teenager friends. So this is, I think, one of the very important topics we should cover. Is we have been through many topics, and there are going to be many more topics coming, but this one is especially very important, which is bullying. Bullying in school, bullying in college. So what is bullying and how to tackle it, and how the society, the parents, teachers, and students can really and easily go through it and destroy this tendency to bully. So, first of all, let me tell you is what I think is bullying is kind of two kinds of bullying. First is a direct bullying, like one to one, person to person, uh, and it happens with everybody sometimes, and especially, but we're talking about children and teenagers here. So in that perspective, let's just keep in mind that we are talking about children and school going children. So uh, bullying can be because we are going through the technical age of internet. So internet and cyberbullying is also becoming very common nowadays, and many of the students I've heard, I've seen, I've talked to them, have been a victim to this uh, very bad, I can say, trend which is going on. What is bullying? Bullying is it is a psychology. It's a psychology. A person who bullies anybody is basically that person is suffering through inferiority complex, because bullying somebody makes him or her complete, or as he or she feels that by bullying somebody, that person might become feel stronger, but that is not the case. That is a kind of fear which is inculcated into their minds, and that is why they try to bully. And the second thing is, there are two persons. First is the one who is bullying or oppressing or taking advantage of any kind from the other person, who is submissive, who is the victim, who is very gullible, and who is afraid. So again, this thing comes to the mind, the thought of your mind is, we are not talking about people who are bullying, we're talking about the victims, and it can become a very serious matter sometimes. So there is nothing to take very light about it. We should take it very seriously that our children, our students, why are they suffering bullying? I'm talking to my teenager friends right now, that why are you suffering bullying? Are you afraid of that person, or is that person having some kind of information regarding you which you fear that he might tell everybody, and it will make you feel uh, bad, or being a victim, or being unaccepted by the society, not accepted by the society, the parents, or your image will be overthrown, image will be tarnished. So, first thing, keep in mind that all the bullying, the person who's bullying is not responsible for that. You are responsible for that. Why? Because you are letting that person do it. Here, I just remember a story from the lives and works of Swami Vivekananda. You must have heard about Swami Vivekananda. He was a monk, and when he became a monk, he traveled the whole of India on foot and on various, I mean, through various transportations possible. But as a monk, he had nothing with him. He was empty-handed, no money, no nothing. Just like that, he went off and traveled to the whole of India. So, at one point of time, he was visiting this the Krishna's birthplace, or the way which we call Vrindavan, or where it is a very historical, and it comes in many stories and many devotional literature is Vrindavan. So Swami Vivekananda went to Vrindavan, and he was very exhausted, and he was very hungry too, because he had nothing to eat since one day or two. So there is a kund there. A kund is a pond of water. And there were some trees around it. So he took bath in that kund, and there was nobody around, because at that time uh, Vrindavan was, it was not such a crowded place. So when he came out of water, he lost someone. Somebody took his clothes, and that's a different story. I'll come to it. I'll tell it about it. Uh, at some other in some other video. But now I'm not going to go into it. What happened finally is he got back the clothes, and then he was walking towards the town area. So there were lots of trees, and the monkeys of Vrindavan are very mischievous, and they are very, anybody who has gone to Vrindavan must be knowing this, that the monkeys are very mischievous and very, very attached in a way to humans, that they always try to interact and snatch away things, and even try to bully. The word bully comes here to bully the people who are doing pilgrimage there. So Swami Vivekananda felt that some monkeys are following him. So he turned and looked at them, and they were trying to bully him, like they were growling. Monkeys, they're showing their teeth and making noises and just trying to make him afraid. So Swami Vivekananda became a little afraid by seeing that herd of monkeys. They were, 40 or 50 monkeys, and they were following him. So he tried to walk a little faster, so that he should reach the town area or see somebody. There was nobody around him he could call for help. So he walked uh, a little faster. But the monkeys, walking faster for monkeys is nothing. So they followed him with more pace. And finally, when Swami Vivekananda saw that they are coming closer to him, he started running. And when he started running, the monkeys started running after him, making much more noises, looking much more fearsome. And at that point, a voice came from some place, don't know where, because there was nobody to see around. A voice, a very deep and calm voice came and asked Swami Vivekananda, do not fear the animals, face them. So Swami Vivekananda just took the decision in seconds and he turned around and just stood there facing the monkeys. As he turned around, the monkeys stopped and they were standing there facing each other for a few minutes. But when the monkeys felt that this person is not afraid of us at all, in through process, slowly they went away to their own places. So Swami Vivekananda especially illustrated this incident in his works, that if you face the fear goes away. Similarly, here, taking this example, I would like my friends to do not submit to bullying. Just face it. Why are you afraid? And even if there's something to be afraid of that person, that he might be having some information or something like that about you, which might tarnish your image, do not worry about it, because that weak point of yours, which you think is weak point of yours, is becoming his or her strong point. So never ever be afraid. Just turn around and face that person and just say, why are you doing this? I'm not afraid of you. Do whatever you want to do. And just believe me that whenever you will do this, that person will slowly be afraid of you. He will become afraid of you, because his bullying was thriving, his power was your weakness. But when you show him that you're strong and you're not afraid of anything, that person loses his power. And the second thing is facing injustice. I mean, anybody, if you have done something wrong, just admit it. Admit it to your parents, to your teachers, to elders, to your good friends. And here there is a very, 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 very important role for the parents, the teachers, and the elders of the society, that they should start talking with the teenagers, with their children openly. Their children, their college going or school going children should not be afraid that if I talk to my mother or father about myself, or if anything wrong I have done, if I tell my father, my mother, or my teacher, I will get beaten, or I'll be what will happen? I mean, they will look at me with a different eye, and my image and all the things will be tarnished. This fear should not never be inculcated into their minds. They should be very confident that if I tell my problem to my friend, to my teacher, to my parents, definitely, like a friend, they will accept me. They will never ever scold me about that or do anything negative. Instead of that, they are going to help me. So this confidence, it is the duty of the parents and the teachers and the whole of the society to help such children who are victims. That is why they become victims, because they are afraid to talk. So just be friends with them, let them talk, make them talk, just ask them questions, tell your stories. Everybody or somebody might have been bullied sometime in his or her life, but how do you face it? How do you face it? For the whole life, somebody you will meet who will try to bully you. What will you do? Become you will become a prey to their oppression, suppression? No. Just say no. Because in this world also we see that many activists, many NGOs, people are fighting for the weak, people are fighting for the underprivileged. Why? Because they are not able to fight for themselves, but they have risen voice against oppression. So the whole society or a group of people are there, are come together to help them. This is all about humanity. So that's a different thing. But a small part of it is if a child remains afraid in his or her life during this kind of or facing this kind of trauma during the teenage time or the when he or she is a child, that trauma is going to remain with him or her for the whole of his or her life, and that is going to affect his or her personality. He will always be prone to become a victim, right? So teach your child not and never to accept injustice or oppression or bullying. Just fight it, turn back, and never be afraid to talk to anybody about it. So if this fear is not in their minds, they are going to talk to you or they are going to face it. So this is how bullying is going to stop, because bullying has many bad results I've seen in the society. We all see that children do very bad things who are being bullied. Especially cyberbullying is something which they are afraid to tell their parents, and sometimes they think of the unthinkable, which is very bad. So this confidence, inculcating this confidence into them, is the parents and the society's responsibility, the school's responsibility, the teacher's responsibility, the family's responsibility. So my dear little friends, there is nothing to be afraid about if you are being bullied, and just face it, and it will go like that. It is you who they are going to fear. So I think that today's video has been very long, but I think it was a very important topic, and you should try to think about it, and please comment in the comment box if you like the video. Please like, subscribe and share, and thank you all for watching. Take good care of yourself. Have a nice time. Bye bye.